10-year-old Maddie is a playful, loving yellow lab retriever.
Come here, down. She's just always been the sweetest, most playful dog.
She's a ball chaser, ocean wave jumper, couch snuggler,
Hey, open your mouth.
and CBD user.
As Maddie's gotten older, she's been limping more after playing when she never used to be like that. We have to pick her up and put her in the car now because her hips are bad and she can't jump as high.
Natalie Tian and her family initially turned to their veterinarian about some of Maddie's mobility issues. The vet recommended a drug called gabapentin to help Maddie's aging body.
Around her 10th birthday this past year, we kind of realized we needed to step it up and try something different.
That something different is called Dr. Fossum's CBD oil, 1.3 milliliters straight into her mouth every morning before breakfast. Dr. Fossum's Pet Care, a company started by two veterinarians who were chasing a personal mission of helping their aging lab, Dan. CBD for dogs is not backed by much research, but it is another supplement to potentially help your four-legged friends with aches, pains, as well as stress, anxiety, even seizures.
Almost every owner wants to give a supplement. CBD oil, a lot of people take it. It's kind of marketed to cure everything. There's a CBD oil for everything that's out there.
Although CBD is mostly considered safe, THC, found in much of the cannabis we've talked about in tonight's show, is toxic to dogs.
Since marijuana's become legal, we have seen a lot more intoxications associated with it, and people are also more forthcoming with that. And most of the time it's edibles or in brownies or things along those lines. Come on, stay close.
Dr. Liz Rosansky and Dr. Stephanie Klein from Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine at Tufts University say they see at least a few dogs a week in the emergency room who are high.
Symptoms are usually, they can vary a little bit. Often they're lethargic, they're dribbling urine, and they will startle easily.
I would add that for some of the more severe cases, those are very much the most common signs that we'll see, but it can progress to severe respiratory depression. They can lose their gag reflex.
Right now, the standard of care for a dog who's ingested THC is to keep them in a calm, quiet, and safe space with IV fluids. But Dr. Klein, a resident at the vet school, is working on a research study to hopefully help dogs who have ingested THC get better quicker, all with the help of fat.
We have confirmed that THC, the substance in marijuana that causes the clinical signs, is lipophilic or fat-loving. So the idea is that if we give IV lipids or IV fat, that it will help bind the toxin and help eliminate it more quickly, eliminating clinical signs as well more quickly.
And we should add that THC is toxic to other animals as well. And finally, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the turmoil the Cannabis Control Commission has recently been facing with the suspension of Chair Shannon O'Brien and her ongoing legal fight with Massachusetts Treasurer Deb Goldberg. Acting Chair Ava Concepcion tells us that commissioners and staff remain focused, and even the negative attention can help spark dialogue. And that is Chronicle for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Anthony Everett. Have a good night.